All right, y'all. What's up? So there's actually I watched quite a few fight videos that are posted on YouTube and others, and one really cool thing that I've seen used time and time again is an arm drag. Arm drag into a back take into a choke. Now, I'm not telling you to go do this. I'm saying
fighting in general's not good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, self-defense is different, but I can't condone that. So. But one really cool thing is the arm drag and into a back take, into a choke. And I saw these two guys, and one guy, I think he came out that in the comments that he was a blue belt in JiuJitsu. And blue belt, like you're like 2 or 3 years into training, depending on how much time you take off, it could be longer. But 2 or 3 years of consistent training and you're a blue belt. So that being said, it was really cool to see this guy and a lot of other people use an arm drag effectively and then neutralize the person that was attacking him. You never know what's going to happen, right? So so he's like sitting here. This guy's like real short compared to the guy. There's like a whole foot of difference in heights. So he's like, hey man,
And was the guy like
pushing him? The guy's pushing him.
So the guy's just like,
he's like pushing him.
And
it's very important we have your hands up, right? Hands up. Down here you get knocked out. So he's like, no,
so
man.
He's just.
So he grabbed his wrist, so same side. And this also goes for if you're on top and you're going for an arm bar, same, right? Same. You set up the arm bar there. And then also for removing the post, collapsing the post to be able to effectively get the sweep in a lot of cases. So same side, he goes under the elbow and he pulls. So he moves the hand out, pulls.
Woo!
He's got the back, and he goes for the choke.
Oh shoot.
Sleep. So I don't know if I can show the choke specifically, but maybe.
You can totally. So that's interesting. So how many times did the guy push him before he went
hit
for
him
the
twice.
arm drag?
He pushed him twice.
So so he's pushing very hard.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. Like I guess the same thing. Kid Dale and I were actually talking about this earlier when we were on the mat. It's the same thing when you're baiting. It's a bait.
Yeah.
It's a setup. So in Portuguese, isca. It's a bait. Okay. So you're like in boxing or any strikes, you might throw a jab, it's a fake, right? Fake, and then cross, commit to it, right? Yeah. So he sets it up. He allows him to push him, I think 1 time or 2 times. So he pushes him.
Okay. So the first time he gets a little cocky.
He's like
oh!
He's like, and then he just
whoa!
And from here, if you do like wrestling, I have over his arm, pick up suplex. Or leg trip, I can trip one of the legs,
that's right.
dump down. Yeah. But he fed it right into the choke. So he went, boom, same side, onto the elbow, grab the tricep, and I guess the bicep. Yeah. And then you pull, you step. So you can't see it, but my inside. So this is his right, right? His right leg. My right leg is stepping forward first. My left leg outside comes in. I take the back. Boom! He locks in the choke immediately.
Wow.
I'm not gonna choke you. But
so he was standing choking him.
It was a standing choke, and he locked it in.
Wow!
And it was so quick.
Wow!
Guy was asleep in like 8 seconds.
Wow!
And then he dropped him, which I don't.
That's long for a rear naked.
Yeah. He was like, well, I mean,
if you're
good, yeah. I think it took him like 7 or 8 seconds. The guy was asleep, and he just dropped him.
That's usually a trach, right? Like a wind
yeah.
shot.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. So a lot of people, when you do arm drag, like you could be on the ground already in jiu-jitsu. You could be on the ground already on your back, and you pull and get it right. Lock in the arm drag, go to the back. But it's super useful, especially if you want to set up like just a bunch of different like so right here. So you can set it up here.
There you go.
And all of a sudden you get this little wrist lock. Boom. Or, but really, for me, I prefer, I'm going to go for an arm drag, I want to go to the back and get the choke. So, because jiu-jitsu is about neutralization.
Yeah, exactly.
Neuralize. What's the movie? Neuralizer. It's Men in Black, guys.
Oh, nice.
Men in Black, neuralize. You got neuralized. You got neutralized. So just simple arm drag, we're standing up, he pushes, same side. Pop underneath, go right behind the elbow, bicep, tricep, pull. Now, if his arm's completely extended, I gotta
exactly.
pop off and then pull. This right here. Boom.
And this is used a lot, even at the highest levels in seated guard.
Yeah.
And especially against, you can see it in the.
That's Rob talking.
You can see it in the absolute with Gordon versus Buchecha.
Yep.
So it's a setup for a lot of things.
It's used in high level jiu-jitsu. It's used in mixed martial arts. I mean, you see arm drags in UFC and stuff. And so just figured I'd just kind of like, I don't know, talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys, if you guys have seen arm drags in certain films or whatever, you know, tag some stuff, comment. I'd love to check it out. If you have content you want me to look over and critique or give some comedic commentary, kind of funny, I think.
Send it in.
I think I'm funny. Send it in or else.
Yeah.
Cool, guys.
Make sure you guys
to
subscribe, and then also subscribe. Give a shout out to your channel. I don't want to mess it up again.
him. Cool. That's all good. You can just put in end card.
Jiu-jitsu.
We won't say what
Fight
it is.
jiu-jitsu.
Fight commentary BJJ.
Fight commentary BJJ. Alright, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you guys buy some Jaybird coffee.
And Clinton's going to be doing some stunt previs soon, so be looking out for that.
That's Rob talking right there. Make sure you guys buy some Jaybird coffee. PayPal me.